Good morning, Mike Hosking. How are you, mate?
I'm well. Abbey Road.
Abbey Road.
Is it as magic as it would appear, as the name would indicate? Is there something about it?
Everything and more. And the great thing is it's 500 metres from my house. So
Joking.
I walk to work.
So that's why you recorded it there. You think, where should we record? I know, we'll master it just at the place next door.
Exactly. Now, it's a dream come true, mate, for a little Kiwi boy living in London and recording in Abbey Road. Recording with my two daughters as well was just sensational.
Tell us about your daughter and how is she?
She was given a diagnosis by a medical practitioner here called Dr. Warwick Smith about 7 years ago, and it was doom and gloom. She won't speak. She may not look you in the eye. And Simone and I walked out of that practice just in tears, thinking, how can you give this girl a life sentence? So we had an impossible dream. We wanted to make sure that she had the best chance at having a great life. So we went about healing her. And what we realized is that if you heal the underlying medical conditions of autism and not just the stigma of autism, she's banging her head till it bleeds. She's screaming 7 hours in the night, not because she's got autism, but because she's in pain. So as soon as you heal the pain, which was in her gut, she could sleep.
How did you do that?
So we did loads of things, my friend. We did diet, so gluten and dairy-free and a lot of sugar-free. For 3 years, we were on a strict diet so that we'd heal her gut lining so she could absorb the nutrients into her body. We did detoxification, so she had a lot of heavy metals in her body from, some vaccinations that we'd put into her. So we had to get rid of that heavy metals. Then we did ABA, which was a behavioral analysis. So autistic children, they don't learn like our 8-year-old child who learns from osmosis. You have to teach them everything, so rote learning. So we did that, and then we just cleaned up our environment. So looked at all the chemicals around the house, got rid of it all. Wi-Fi, we got rid of that. And now she's a normal, healthy, 11-year-old child.
Did you get all of that from medical experts, or did you have to look it up yourself? Or
no, the medical experts were like, no, autism can't be treated. It's a lifelong condition. It's doom and gloom. And so many families, we just did a seminar here in Auckland through our foundation, the Sewell Foundation, on Saturday. 100 other families were there going, gosh, I had the same diagnosis from the same doctor, and I just wanted to slip my wrists as soon as I went out of there. I think it's negligence that these doctors are saying that you can't heal these children. I think they need to learn that it's just like anything. If you heal the child, then they have a way better prognosis rather than just labeling it.
Is all of it, in her case, autism, pure autism, so you had to do all of those myriad of things, or are the myriad of things a reflection of a variety of things that she may have had?
Well, that's the thing. So she was severely autistic.
All right.
And now, she's, as I said, a normal 11-year-old child. So a lot of the medical profession say, well, actually, she probably didn't have autism in the first place. But, we've got two diagnoses, one from Auckland, the best pediatrician apparently in the country, this guy, and then we've got one from one of the best pediatricians in England. So, there's just so much hope, and that's what we want to give all these families in New Zealand and in the world.
You would do anything for your child, of course, most of us would, but and so without being, how difficult was it to do all you had to do? Getting Wi-Fi out of the house and the diet, just the day-to-days of all of that.
It's really difficult, and it takes a lot of hard work. My wife, Simone Lanham, is the guru. She went to America and sat in the audience where she saw children that had recovered, and gave us hope that actually it is possible. But, a professional footballer in England, phoned Simone a week before we came down to New Zealand and said, look, what do? I really want to heal my child, and I've heard your story. Simone says, well, the first thing and the cheapest thing is to clean up her diet. So take dairy and gluten out of your diet straight away. And he goes, well, actually, that's too hard. Can you give us anything else? So, it's going to take sacrifice, and it's going to take a lot of pain along the way. That 7 years we've been doing this, and it's a lot of sacrifice. I left Amici forever for this, one of the world's greatest opera bands, because as a father knows, you just want to heal your child.
Exactly.
If your child is ill, you want to sort it out.
Exactly. So what are you? Are you a singer or you're an entrepreneur?
I'm everything.
Are you?
Oh, I'm a chartered accountant as well, but I left that when I was 25. So I had an impossible dream that I wanted to be an international singer. So I sacrificed everything, spent $60,000 in Boston, learned how to sing, didn't get any grants or funding from Air New Zealand or On Air or whatever. I applied for it all, but they said I didn't have any talent. And, you know, no one's going to give you your big break but yourself. So I set up a company called Incognito Artists, and we employ 85 West End stars, Broadway stars, and they sing all around the world for us. Then we created Amici Forever. When everyone said no, it wouldn't work. 10 years ago, Simon Cowell turned us down, Mike Batt, everyone said no, and it took 2 Kiwis to come up with the idea. Now, pop opera and boy bands, I mean, Simon copied the idea with Il Divo 3 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
You've got the wonderful Sole Mio now, and now it's mainstream, you know? It's just great.
Exactly. But do you enjoy most of all, if you had to give one of it up, because you're going to sing for us, if you had to give your singing up, would the business be good, or would you give the business up so you could keep singing?
I wouldn't give any up.
But you have to, because I just asked you to.
Okay, I'd give up the business.
Would you? So you want to sing?
My mission in life is to touch, move, and inspire people so that they're present to the magic of being alive. I do that best when I'm in front of the audience, and I love getting them involved. All right.
So this new album, which has been a while since the last one, hasn't it?
5 years, yeah.
So you've been busy on the other stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I still sing all over the world. You know, Russia's a massive market for incognito artists. But this album, Live, Love, Sing, is just a reflection of our international diversity. So I've got a Russian song on there. Yeah. I've got Italian, I've got French, and I've got this beautiful song called Heal Me that my screaming child who is 3, who would never speak, is now singing in front of thousands of people and singing this beautiful song that Simone, my wife, wrote called Heal Me.
I love it.
And it's just, every time I hear it, I just cry.
What are you singing today?
So this is a cheeky little, my idol is Pavarotti.
Yes.
So I always wanted to sing like Pavarotti. And also, as you can tell from the buckle, my Elvis...
you got a bit of Elvis in there.
Elvis Presley buckle. So I've merged the 2 songs. This is for Mother's Day, for all those mums who haven't got a present, by Geoff's Live, Love, Sing. And it's called Surrender. Here we go. Happy Mother's Day. Vedi mare quanto bello, spiro tanto sentimento, come tua che tiene in mente, che tanto fai suonar. E tu di tu parto Dio, ta lontano da sto cuore, da sta terra dell'amore, pieno cuore non suonar. So my darling, please surrender. All your lips so warm and tender. Let me hold you in my arms, dear, while the moon shines bright above. All the stars will tell the story of our love and all its glory. Let us take this night of magic and make it a night of love. Ma non me la sa, Pavarotti, non dormes tu tormento, torna sorriento for me la sa. Thank you very much.
Brilliant. Geoff Sewell, good to see you.
Good. Thanks, Mike.